My testimony, this is my heart, you know, what God has done in my life. Believe in Jesus, raised to think that Jesus was just a man, that he was just a prophet. No way he could be the Son of God, that that could never be real, you know, and it will create a hate in your heart because you don't love him. You know, God saved me from that through visitation. God brought me to the Lord and changed my life. After I got saved, I of none effect. It was of none effect, really. Yeah, I was saved, but my life I hadn't completely given my life to the Lord like that. And I'm telling you, one day, I got connected to Apostle Taylor. I saw a flyer on Facebook of all sorts. I saw a flyer on Facebook for the End Time Army, and I looked and I said, who is this guy? You know, I didn't know who he was, never heard of him, never seen him before. And I said, who is this guy? And I continued to scroll. Didn't think anything about it. I literally only looked at the flyer for maybe 2 to 5 seconds. I don't know. But listen, I began to, you know, for the next few days, I just continued to have his name. It felt like his name was being pressed into my heart. I couldn't forget it. I couldn't shake it. And honestly, it was driving me crazy. And I'm like, Lord, why can't I forget this man? Who is this man? Who is David E. Taylor? You know, why can't I shake this? You know, it was something, it felt of importance. It felt heavy. It felt weighty. And I sought it out. I went in to look and seek who David E. Taylor was. God connected me. I felt like God was really trying to get my attention on that. You know what I'm saying? And so I sought it out. And when I went on, I found it on Google, went to the website. I was completely blown away of the things that I saw about Jesus appearing to people face to face. I saw about how Jesus walked the streets of Chicago, and there's a picture there. And I'm from Chicago, so I'm like, what? You know, completely blown away. Fast forward, I get connected, start listening to the teachings. My whole mind was blown by the revelation. I get a hold to his book, Face-to-Face Appearances from Jesus. I read the book. I'm blown away by his testimonies, loving everything that I'm reading, just like, wow, this is what happened for him. Not even knowing that God had made a promise to him that every person that read that book would have an appearance from the Lord, that he would come to them. I had no clue about it, but this is what happened. This is what manifested in my life. One night, go to bed, normal day, you know, Jesus appears to me in my dreams. And I'm telling you, at that time, I was not living a life like that for God. Yeah, I was saved, quote unquote, and I was, you know, praying and all these things, but Jesus was not the ruler of my life at that time. And oh my God, when he came to me, when I saw the love in his eyes, and I saw how he cared for me and didn't condemn me of the things that I was doing in my life, just poured love on me, I woke up a different person. I woke up with my heart on fire. I had never experienced anything like that. I never knew that you could see Jesus. I thought you had to die and go to heaven in order to see our Lord. I was face to face, eye to eye with Jesus Christ, and no one can take that from me. Nobody. My children began to have appearances from the Lord, and they would come up to me and say, Mommy, I saw Jesus in my dream. These things never happened in our lives before God connected me to David E. Taylor. It's proof. It's evident. I'm a walking testimony. The promises that God made with him are true. The covenants that you hear David E. Taylor speak about that God made with him, they're true. I've witnessed it. My testimonies are filled with it. And I say, well, what in the world is this? My heart was set on fire in ways that I never thought was possible. I began to, oh my God, be on fire for God in ways I never thought. I started putting away the things that was on my own flesh. I wanted God to take over, and I began to pray and ask God, what did he want me to do in my life, and where did he want me to do it? I just felt like God was moving me in a different direction. My whole life had rapidly changed, and I'm talking about in a matter of maybe a month and a half, things had rapidly changed. And when I clearly heard the Lord tell me where he wanted me to go. He was telling me to relocate, and he told me to go to St. Louis. At that time, I was living in Arizona, and I was planning on living the rest of my life in Arizona. I wasn't planning on going anywhere. I'm originally from Chicago. I loved it in Arizona. I loved the warm weather. I loved that it was no snow, but God was telling me to go somewhere else. And I just knew that I had never experienced nothing like that before. I had never audibly heard the Lord speak to me before. This stuff had never happened to me in my life. Everybody who know me from my past has never heard me talk like that before. But they know I'm not fake, I'm not phony, and I don't just jump on bandwagons. Anybody that know me, they know I don't jump on bandwagons. I only do what's real to me. I do what's real, and I speak what's real. And this is what God has done in my life since the Lord connected me to David E. Taylor. All of these lies people are spreading, they don't know that they just being used by the enemy trying to stop a major blessing to happen in their life. They don't know that he's only trying to stop the masses of people from seeing Jesus face to face. If somebody had